Welcome to my channel Movie Cineworld. In 1996, aboard the research vessel treasure hunter Brock Lovett and his team explore the wreck of RMS Titanic, searching for a valuable diamond necklace called the Heart of the Ocean. The wreck rests on the ocean floor, 3,821 meters below the surface. They recover Caledon Hockley's safe, believing the necklace to be inside, but only find a sketch of a nude woman wearing the diamond, dated April 14th, 1912, the night the Titanic hit the iceberg. The expedition is privately funded, and hence Brock is under pressure to deliver the diamond to his investors. Hearing about the drawing on the TV news, an elderly woman named Rose Calvert calls Lovett and claims that she is the woman depicted in the drawing. She and her granddaughter, Lizzy Calvert, visit him and his team on his salvage ship. Rose is 101 years old, and all the details about her convince Brock that she was on the ship on the night of its accident. She was the last person who wore the Heart of the Ocean. Brock knows that Cal's father, Nathan, had settled an insurance claim for the loss of the diamond that Cal had bought for his fiancé just before the Titanic sailed from England. Brock takes Rose through a quick simulation of the Titanic iceberg collision. It hit the berg on the starboard side, which punched holes across a wide section of the hull. The water entered several watertight compartments and eventually rose over the bulkheads to spill over to the other watertight compartments astern. The ship tilts as the stern rises out of the water and eventually splits into two parts right down the middle. The front section goes under first, followed shortly by the stern section. The ship sinks at 2:20 a.m., 2 hours and 40 minutes after the ship hit the iceberg. When asked if she knows the whereabouts of the necklace, Rose recalls her time aboard the Titanic, revealing that she is Rose DeWitt Bukater, a passenger believed to have died in the sinking. She then begins her story as follows. In 1912, 17-year-old first-class passenger Rose boards Titanic in Southampton with her fiancé Cal and her mother, Ruth DeWitt Bukater. Titanic is making her first voyage and is considered to be unsinkable. Ruth stresses the importance of Rose's engagement, as the marriage would solve the DeWitt Bukaters' secret financial problems. Meanwhile, Jack and his Italian friend Fabrizio board the Titanic at the last possible minute by winning third-class tickets for the voyage in a poker game against Irish immigrants. Margaret Molly Brown boarded the ship at Cherbourg. Molly was looked down upon by the other first-class passengers for being new money. The next day, Titanic sails west at 21 knots. The Titanic is captained by Edward John Smith and was designed by Thomas Andrews. Edward's staff includes Chief Officer Henry Wilde, First Officer William Murdoch, Second Officer Charles Lightler, and Third Officer Herbert Pittman. J. Bruce Ismay is the MD of the White Star Line, the owners of the Titanic. Distraught by her engagement, Rose considers suicide by jumping off the ship's stern. Rose climbs over the astern rails as she decides whether to jump. A drifter and artist named Jack Dawson stops her and pulls her back on deck when she slips and hangs off the rails. Discovered with Jack on the stern, Rose tells Cal that she was looking over the ship's edge in curiosity and that Jack saved her from falling. At Rose's insistence, Cal invites Jack to dinner the following night to show his appreciation. That night, Cal gifts Rose the Heart of the Ocean diamond in a necklace. Ismay orders Edwards to light the last 4 boilers of the Titanic and speed the ship up, even though there were reports of icebergs on their route. Ismay wanted to showcase the speed of the ship by arriving ahead of time in New York. Rose notices that the ship is carrying only enough lifeboats for half the passengers on the ship. Andrews says that an extra row of lifeboats would make the ship look cluttered, and hence he was overruled. Jack and Rose develop a tentative friendship, even though Cal and Ruth are wary of the young third-class man. Following the first-class dinner that night, Rose secretly joins Jack at a party in the ship's third-class quarter. They engage in some Irish tap dancing, and Jack shows Rose a mighty good time, where she gets to enjoy a hearty laugh for the first time in her life. Cal and Ruth forbid her to see Jack, and thanks for watching my channel. You want more fun? Please subscribe.